Assalamualaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing okay. I am Bejata Mohanto, ID 192110113. I am from Department of Port and Shipping Management. Today I am going to discuss about the article Drivers of Maritime Green Supply Chain Management. In this presentation, I am going to discuss about introduction, literature review, methodology, findings, discussion and conclusion of this article. In introduction, the industry has begun practicing sustainability strategies and using green technology to meet emissions standards and reduce the impacts of marine pollution and climate change. Maritime industry used shipping transport systems and land vehicles to support business operations. Almost all vehicles are powered by internal combustion engines, which lead to unsustainable practices. Concern for green practices to achieve sustainability goals become stakeholders' interest in the maritime sector. The empirical evidence gained from this study will strengthen the understanding of how maritime green supply chain management has been practiced in Malaysia, which in turn will help strengthen in research field in maritime supply chain globally. To establish the conceptual contrast of maritime green supply chain management, empirically based research on maritime supply chains is needed. In the literature review of this study, the model of institutional theory was used to conceptualize the diverses and investigate the relationships between the diverses and the adoption of maritime green supply chain management in the maritime supply chain sector. The maritime supply chain sector is often categorized by privatized institutions that are not necessarily dependent on governments. For this reason, organizations in the maritime supply chain are traditionally subjected to competitive forces derived from their maritime competitors. Although beyond the scope of this paper to explain all the dimensions comprehensively due to its focus on investigating the diverses of maritime green supply chain management. The conceptual notion of each maritime green supply chain management dimension is presented. Green financial flow, green information and communication system, green supply chain integration, green value added logistics service, shipping design and compliance. Next, I will discuss the development of hypothesis. Top management actions as normative isomorphism. Normative isomorphism is motivated by pressures brought about by professionalization. It can be understood as the combined efforts of individuals who engage in an occupation and grasp the characterization of the situation and the process of their work and create a cognitive base and legitimize their job related autonomy. In this regard, normative isomorphism can be associated with the way in which employee obtain professional skills and how certain specializations are collectively shared between employees. Regulation pressure as corrective isomorphism. Regulation are characteristically associated with the type of corrective pressure that government institutions exert upon organizations. In maritime supply chain system, globalized interaction between maritime companies has occurred with a set of accepted global standards. Thus, regulations must be adhered for the efficient flow of intercontinental maritime shipping operations. Green initiatives adoption as an imitative action. A green initiative can be defined as an environmentally conscious practice of sustainable organizations. Security pressure as competitive and corrective isomorphism. Situated knowledge from the maritime industry is therefore crucial to enable better customization of safety-oriented inventions. In this study, the security dimensions as a driver has been conceptualized in terms of environmental and shipping securities as propellants of green practices integration. Now I am talking about methodology part of this article. Research setting in Malaysia. An offshore operation increased the demand for transactional transshipment services in the Malaysian maritime sector will increase exponentially. The export of manufactured products in Malaysia has accounted at least 75% of its total exports. According to Roderick, Malaysia is among those countries that have achieved high scores in the Liner Shipping Connectivity Index. The survey. To meet the objectives of the paper, the study used explanatory research to investigate the direct links between the independent and dependent variables. This study used satisfied random sampling as the population was heterogeneous and drawn from diverse types of sectors in the maritime industry. A self-administrated online questionnaire was used as the instrument for collecting data from a sample of business that are involved in the maritime supply chain in Malaysia. Instrument development and survey administration. The survey was developed based on a comprehensive review of existing literature. A pretest of the questionnaire was conducted to investigate content validity and reliability. A cover letter was explaining the purpose of study. Measures. The institutional theory was used to conceptualize domains of the theory which consist of normative isomorphism, imitative action, competitive and coercive isomorphism. The domains of institutional theory are diverse for the maritime green supply chain management adoption. Top management actions as normative isomorphism, regulation pressure as coercive isomorphism, green initiative adoption as an imitative action, security pressure as competitive and coercive isomorphism. The questionnaire was grouped into 5 sections. Data analysis and results. Two statistical software packages were used to analyze the data. First was IBM SPSS version 23 that was used to analyze the descriptive statistics. Second was structural equation modeling with Smart PLS 3, PLS SEM that was used to test the goodness of the model for the hypothesis testing. Now come to the findings. In measurement model testing, the goodness of measure is the first part of model evaluation in the which the focus on the validity and reliability of measure employed to present is construct. To test the hypothesis path analysis was used table 6. For hypothesis testing purpose, parameter estimates were used to generate the estimated population covariance matrix for the model. In conclusion, the findings of this study suggest that top management support, regulation pressure, green initiatives and securities are drivers in persuading and encouraging maritime companies to adopt maritime green supply chain management. From an institutional theory perspective, these drivers assist in persuading and encouraging maritime companies to adopt maritime green supply chain management. Several limitations of this current study should be accounted for the future research. Future studies may note some of these limitations and address a more comprehensive solution to conducting this kind of study. That's all from my side. Thanks for your patience.